Well, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Jake here with you. Just giving you a little bit of update, progress on the 1/1000th scale USS Excelsior, which if you noticed from my last video, I told you that all the ships that I'm doing for this client have changed the names on them. So this one's going to be the USS Hounsfield. So it's going to have the same registration, the same markings and everything. It's just going to have a different registration number and name. But just kind of give you a little bit of update on what I'm doing. I've gotten just about all the wiring done on this. I've gotten all the lights, excuse me, I've gotten all the navigational lights on and in place. They work. I got the board installed. I got my main wire run down to where when I put it on the stand, all I got to do is just run these two wires down into the base and hook them up. I've got my the navigational, like I said, the navigational lights. I've got to run for the strobe. There's a few things that I still got to put on. The upper saucer yet, but I've gotten the lower sensor dome lit, and here in just a second I'll light it up and let you see what it looks like. And then I've gotten my upper saucer all lit up and ready to go. I've got these are pretty cool. These are flickering LEDs, so when you plug it in, it's gonna kind of flicker, give it that effect, and it's actually pretty cool. I've got my RCS thrusters, my thruster ports all lit, and I'll plug it all up here in a second and show you what it's going to look like. I've got to do some bridge modification here. The client wants, actually it's kind of pretty cool. Instead of using the Excelsior or the NX-01 bridge dome or the USS Excelsior, the client wants the USS refit, the Enterprise refit bridge dome on here, and it actually kind of looks pretty good, so I had to do a little bit of modification for that, but it's coming out pretty long. I've got it drying right now, getting it light blocked. Excuse me. So there's the update progress on this one, and I've gotten just about all the wiring done on the secondary hull. Here in just a second I'll light it up. It looks really nice with all the lights and everything. So let me hook up the base, or the second, the bottom of the main power on the saucer and everything, and go from there. That way you can see it all lit up. Alright, let me get something here to block it to keep it from touching one another, because these will short out if you're not careful. But you can see I've got the interior lights. Let me zoom in a little bit here to where you can see. Let me adjust the camera here. Sorry about the ride. I'm trying to get you in the frame. But I've got a row of double density 0805 LEDs, LED strip tapes, so where when I put the upper saucer down on, it lights the window ports on here. So that's gonna look pretty good when that's done. And you can see got the strobes, the navigational lights put on, and turn the light off here, see if I can't get a better shot of this. But if you can see, let me lift the camera up just a little bit here to get a better, there you go. Right here is the forward sensor where I can put the registration number on, and I've got it lit to where the back part of the sensor dome will light up on the neck pretty good, and I've got it lit to where it comes around the lighting on that to where it just kind of shows the little windows. So this is kind of a pretty cool little pretty cool model here. And then let me back you out here, and I'll show you the, let me readjust here, show you the lighting on the nacelles. That way it, I've got it all lit up. I'll have to scoot this a little bit closer here. My plug-in wires are just a little bit too short. But there, this is going to light up when I've got that, these pieces here. These pieces here are going to be lit up, be painted with blue. And once you get them in there, I'm going to diffuse these a little bit so it's not, you don't have these little individual points of light. It'll all be look like one solid piece. So this is going to have that transparent blue on it with a little bit of gray on either side of it. And then I've got the lights here for the front of the saucer, or the front of the nacelle, where it comes out and it'll look at toward the back of the saucer here. So I've still got to get my once I get those little clear pieces painted, I can put on my strobes for there's going to be strobe lights. And let me get those out. Let me get those pieces real quick, which are, where are they? Here they are. These right here will be mounted at the back. These will be mounted on the back here, and these will have a flashing strobe that'll go on there pretty quick. I mean, that'll flash on there pretty fast. So that's the progress on the this piece. Now let me go on to the upper saucer, and this is pretty this is pretty interesting here. I like it. This is pretty cool on these let me get this hooked up on the impulse. Hang on a second, let me do this. Let me take this off so I can get a little bit better of a alright. You can see there I've got it all lit up to where this will flash down on the bottom of the saucer, on the bottom saucer, to where it'll show through the lights on the bottom a little bit better. And then like I said, I got those to flash up to where it'll light the upper windows a little bit. And I've got my, like I said, I've got my I don't know if it's gonna zoom in here. Alright, let me get the camera here in focus. And I don't know if you can see, but I've got the RCS thruster ports lit up with some fiber optics and a 5mm amber or yellow LED. And here's the impulse deck. I don't know if you can see them flickering there. So once I get the clear piece that puts on there, I'm going to paint it red and then diffuse it with I'm going to paint it with that transparent red and then diffuse it with a little bit of a gray to kind of give it that smoke, so where it's not yellow but more of an amberish color. So that's what it's going to look like once it's all said and done, and it looks pretty cool. Like I said, the lighting, the camera's going to wash out all this a little bit more than what it is, but in person, so it's going to look a whole lot better. And we're pretty much only going to see about that much of the, once everything's put together, you're only going to see about that much of the light, so it's not going to be so bright. But I got the impulse crystal lit. That's going to be the crystal piece. The clear piece is going to be done with gray, or a gray color to kind of block out the lighting, so that blue's not so bright. Because you don't want it to be so bright on there. So there's that. And now let's go on to the secondary hull, the base of the secondary hull here. this back on and hook up the main power to this. I'll show you what I've got going on here. So as you can see, I did some research and I watched Boyd off of TrekWorks. Let me back you out just a little bit. Alright, there you are. So let me zoom in now that I got you. Let me get you focused in here. Oops, sorry about that, folks. Alright, there you go. That's better. Did some research and I watched Boyd off TrekWorks. He built his and he did some research and so did I. And this is about what it looks like. You have your, your red and green port and starboard lights here on the tail, and then this is all lit up on the inside. And then I've got, the client requested, I drilled some windows in there to kind of give a little bit more detail. So if you can see right there right above my finger, you see 3 little holes there. That's windows above the shuttle bay, this bay door here. So, and then I've got the deflector dish light in there mounted up. All I got to do is get that painted. So once it's going, now all I got to do is run all the wires through. Let me back out of here. Now all I got to do is run the wires through, set the get everything ready to go, get it all set down in here, and once I get the wires connected between the nacelles and the strobe lights and whatnot, I can seal this up and then get it, it'll be pretty much done, and then we get ready to start doing the Aztecing for it. So it's coming along, folks. Like I said, I'm not going to do a whole lot of detail on this on the lighting because of the fact that it's so redundant on everything, but just kind of give you a heads up here. I'm probably going to get the shuttle bay, get the doors cut open, and use the NX Excelsior shuttle bay, which would be this one here. Still got to prime it and get it ready, but it'll be this piece right here. And I'm going to paint it white. These little windows here get painted black, and I'm still going to I may try to get some lights in here to light up the little shuttlecrafts. So I've got a little bit of work to do on that yet, but it's all coming together. Keep you updated on the JJ Enterprise. I still got a few things to do on it yet. I got to put the nacelles together, and then we can get ready to start puttying, and then get ready to start doing the Aztecing on that, get the touch-up paint and then the Aztecing. So probably sometime next week we'll get going on that again. And for now, take care, guys, and as the modeling community say out there, happy modeling. Good night, everyone.